All right, we do not want to forget about the tropics, right? We keep talking about our weather situation here, but it's so important to talk about the tropics, Kat, because it could affect us down the line.
And you know, there's no reason to panic at this point, but there is something that you should be paying attention to over the next week. We're going to be tracking this system. Looks like nothing right now. Great news, but the conditions are going to be changing as it moves to the west. It's going to be moving out of this plume of Saharan dust, and it's going to be moving into even warmer ocean waters. So it's as we get toward the end of this week and into the weekend that we could begin to see some development. In the meantime, you know, it's just going to kind of look like nothing on satellite here. The good news is models are trending a little bit weaker today, as well as the ensembles with the system. Keep in mind, models tend to do better at the track of tropical systems, and one of the things that we still really need to improve on in meteorology as a whole is intensity modeling. So we'll watch to see if that trend continues. We really need this to start coming together, and then we're going to get a better idea of the trajectory and the strength. When we're waiting on model plots, we don't yet have those spaghetti-looking models to show you, just because there's really nothing to even start the models with here at this point. So it's just an early look at what we could be looking at later this week. The European model ensembles are one of our best tools at this range. It's an exclusive product that we have here to show you at WRAL. Yesterday, it had about a 50% chance of developing across the southeast coast for a tropical storm potentially developing. Today, that chance is down to 40%. So it's gone down just a little bit. We'll be watching it for you. This is going to be one to watch for us with potential impacts early next week. Out there today, nothing to worry about for the next few hours. 73, mostly cloudy. It's a nice start to the day at Dix Park in Raleigh. Things are quiet on the dual Doppler 5000 radar with no rain to our west just yet. But later this afternoon, I think our chances would be, as we head from 4 o'clock through about 9 o'clock tonight, for some scattered thunderstorms to return. Up until then, if you want to head to the pool, should be a nice day to do so. With temperatures in the 80s, it's a good way to cool down out there today, especially as we reach the 90s even for Fayetteville, Clinton, and Goldsboro. 89 our forecast high here in the Triangle. It's about to get a lot hotter than that. 95 tomorrow, 98 Thursday and Friday. Thursday, Friday, we're going to be watching for the heat index to potentially near or exceed.
Because of the water quality. We'll get you more on that in just a bit. Thanks for joining us this morning on WRAL News. I'm Chris Lovegood.
And I'm Renee Chu. Welcome to your Tuesday. We had a pretty sunrise, but now clouds are kind of taking over downtown Raleigh right now. And the clouds, we'll have a mix of sun and clouds today. Meteorologist Kat Campbell in the WRAL Severe Weather Center. It's certainly going to be hotter today, though.
It will be, and it's going to be feeling a bit more humid today. 73 outside right now. Live look over downtown Raleigh. Quite a bit of cloud cover out there as you head out for a morning walk. It should be pretty nice, though. Temperatures in the upper 70s by 10 a.m. and we are dry. We don't have a big band of rain moving in from the west like what we saw at this time yesterday. We do have a front to our northwest. That doesn't actually make it to North Carolina, but it is going to spark these little complexes of storms out ahead of it, and we'll watch perhaps for some storms to fill in a bit later on this afternoon into the evening. At 3 o'clock, we've got a 30% chance of a storm. That chance is up to 50% as we head toward the evening commute. I really think the best chance of storm should be about 4 to 9 p.m. this afternoon and evening. In the meantime, enjoy some drier weather for the morning hours. Things are becoming more active in the tropics. It's actually this area right here that we're watching for potential development, but not until it gets closer to the Bahamas or the Caribbean. That chance of development up to 60% today. We'll have more on this and the hotter temperatures coming up.
Yeah, we're about 2 months into hurricane season, and we're tracking the first system that may affect our coast this year. Let's bring in meteorologist Chris Michaels right now. Chris, what are the chances of this system developing?
So the latest from the National Hurricane Center is a 60% chance within the next 7 days. Right now, it's kind of limited because it's being surrounded by Saharan dust, and the air with that dust is very dry. And of course, tropical systems need tropical moisture. It's heading into some warmer water, so that's why within the next 7 days, it has that 60% chance. It's what you see here in the orange blob. But the wider that blob is, the more uncertain the path is as you go out in time. Good news is we have time to kind of figure out where exactly this is going to go, about 6 to 8 days. And it really just depends on how strong the storm is. If it's weaker, it's really not going to get pulled in by the steering current, so it would go toward the Gulf. The red would be more of a direct hit to the East Coast. The yellow is what most of our forecast data is showing right now, that this would start to move offshore. This is a product that we only have here at WRAL, and it shows that probability of a tropical storm being at about 40 to 50% just off the coast. So if you have plans to head to the beach this weekend, this is where we stand. Keep watching us for updates as we get get better data. The newest update from the National Hurricane Center should be out within the next 20 minutes. We'll bring that to you in the next hour of Fox 50.